And we returned to our, I guess, sort of regularly scheduled, as it were, regularly scheduled programming or recorded videos or whatever you want to call it. Reilly, what are you doing with your ears sticking out? Michelle, look at her. She just sticking her ear in.
Those are comfortable in various positions.
I can't help it. Reilly is just so freaking weird. I had tried to record her before when she was looking at me like I was, for lack of a term, totally mishuga. And then she got mad when I was recording the videos, and then she tried to go into the kitchen. Well, obviously she was going where I couldn't see her, so. Oh, incidentally too, if I sound a little, I don't know, kind of zoned out or distracted or whatever. Oh my goodness. I will say this too, when Reilly sees the tears on my face, she's probably going to start looking at them. It's one of the weird things too, because, well, for one matter, I obviously type with only one finger on each hand, and then it's a little hard for me to go through as many records as possible, and I see the indexes on them, and then it's like, well, okay, I'll finally try to find the records, because whatever will take forever for me. So I did that, and then I also was just looking up other records on Ancestry because I got curious. I probably should say, well, alright, I may give a hint as to what I found. I found another record where it was the same thing that I had found with one of my cousins that was persecuted in Chicago, except in this case, the guy, well, he wasn't, let me put it this way, he wasn't persecuted any more than the rest of us, but the way that I found out his name, what his Hebrew name was, and what his secular name was as well, I suppose, he died in tragic circumstances. You don't want to obviously come across a record that says, yeah, your relative was killed in a coal mine accident. But at the same time, at least his wife had the courage to say, you know what? This was his name. They tried to take it away from him in life, and they couldn't take it away from him in death. So I'm just going to leave it at that and probably save it for my next book. And let's see. Rue, just obviously, I guess she gets used to me talking about, for lack of a better term, just our family history. And it's amazing that she ended up carrying more names of relatives than I ever imagined. And, well, one of her secular names is Rosalita, both for my paternal grandfathers. Sorry. Actually, you know what? Let's start with some of Pop-Pop's relatives, because, man, several. Rosalia Korshmunka. Well, yeah, Rosalia Korshmunka. And then I think it's Helen Rosalia. And the thing I found out too recently, the majority of Jews in Hungary were originally Sephardic, not Ashkenazi, so it would make sense if you see the names, oh, you name the kid after the mom, or after the dad, or after an aunt, or after an uncle. So it wouldn't be out of the range of normal, for example, with great-great-granddad. Great-great-granddad Trudnock, I should mention, his, I'm trying to think how to put this too, because people are going to say, oh, why are you keeping the camera on Reilly? Well, because Reilly carries the name of some very strong Jewish women whom, whether or not they actually believed in Jesus, they had to hide that they were Jewish. They had to pretend to be Catholic. Now, some of them were genuinely Catholic by faith, and some of them were genuinely Christian in addition to genuinely being Catholic. So, just kind of, for lack of a better term, it's just overwhelming too. And Reilly carries, so she carries the name of Rosalia Korshmunka, not just Rosalia think it's Ferreira, McCoy, Reilly, whatever the heck, because that's a whole long discussion. And then let's see, so Rosalia Korshmunka, Rosalie. Anyway, you get my point. And then, so let's see. And then Great Grandma Zarnecki's favorite sister, as I later found out, Rosalie Chernak Patak. And then, let's see, trying to think of anyone else. Oh yeah, we had plenty of, not all of us used Rose or Rosalia in the family when we were trying to conceal Rachel. So some of us may have used Regina, but I think based on, because I do know for a fact though that, I'm trying to think about this too, because some in-laws carried the name Rose or Rosalia. Well, in-laws of some other relatives anyway, but who knows? I mean, we're all, if we're Jewish, we're all one family, and it is said that at least Ashkenazi Jews, and I think all Jews in general, none of us are any more distant from each other than 30th cousins at most. And after all, why would we be any more distant than 30th cousins? We were all supposed to marry within our tribes, and people get pissed about that, but it's like, you know what? I didn't write Torah. I didn't give Torah at Sinai. So if anyone's got an issue, take it up with God.